We from the Department of Anesthesiology and Critical Care are going to demonstrate a new aerosol containment device. Now, with the current pandemic of COVID-19 infection sweeping the world, anesthesiologists are at particular risk. The core activity of the anesthesiologist is intubation as well as extubation, which are high aerosol generating activities. During this, the anesthesiologist is working very close to the patient's face and nose, just a few inches from there, and he is very likely to inhale these aerosols during the process. To minimize this risk, we at SGT University have developed a new aerosol containment device that we are going to demonstrate. This is what the device looks like. It has two crossbars here, which are held in place by a rod at the bottom. These crossbars can be moved up and down depending on the requirement of the patient. Over the crossbars, we have stretched a plastic sheet which has two cuts on this side, 6 to 8 inches long by the side of the head, and the center of these cuts is at the level of the forehead. There is another cut which is given here. The slits that we have used, see, when you take your hands out, the slits are almost opposed to each other, and there is no leak of the aerosol. Now my colleague Dr. Priyanka would be demonstrating the process of intubation. The drugs have been given and the laryngoscope is being inserted. We can see the vocal cords, and now the tube will be inserted inside. The cuff would be inflated and the stellate has been removed. I must say that all healthcare workers who are doing this procedure must wear proper PPE to keep themselves safe. The circuit has been connected. The anesthesia will proceed in the standard manner. Now, if the surgeon needs more space for upper abdominal surgery, this crossbar can be moved upward. At the end of surgery, the reversal has been given. The tube will be removed and the patient is now breathing spontaneously and is being oxygenated. Now the plastic sheet will be removed, and before that, we ensure that the patient is breathing spontaneously and the eyes are closed, and an alcohol-based spray will be done in this area to reduce a viral load. The spray has been done and the plastic sheet will now be removed in a way that we do not touch the inner surface. It's being folded. And will be discarded in the appropriate bin, and the device is being removed now from the patient. The chief advantages of this device are the simplicity, the ease of use. The surgeon doesn't have any inconvenience with the use of this device. It hardly costs any money, can be assembled from the locally available resources, and if we keep suction inside, that will create some negative pressure which will remove the aerosol load, and it hardly requires any space for storage. All our residents are quite comfortable with the use of this device, and they are ready to face the challenge posed by the novel coronavirus with the novel device here in this university.